So, just watching this sacred ibis, who looks a little bit bedraggled and wet and not very comfortable. But just going back onto that question we had a little bit earlier on vitiligo. Now, I did have to jog my memory. And yes, it is indeed the sort of aging of pigments and the greying of white feathers as they age, and birds do get this, in fact. So yes, the answer is, do birds get vitiligo? They can. And it all happens with age, as those pigments sort of start fading. Just keeping up with this individual. It might look a little bit out of sorts, but still pretty active, going on a probing mission. And the other question was about birds being colorblind. And I just did a bit of research, and in fact birds are tetrachromats, which means that they see in 4 colors: UV, blue, green and red, whereas we are trichromats and we can only see in blue, green and red. So it's that UV that the birds can see, especially from a great distance, that really sets them apart. So they can see more colors than we can. So, are there any birds that are colorblind? I don't believe that there are, but there might be an exception to the rule, as always in nature. So I wouldn't put that to bed just yet, because I'm sure somewhere out there might be a bird that is colorblind. I've learned through the years of guiding that never say never with wildlife and nature, because it's when you say it that you find out that you are wrong. And I've had that many times, especially with birds, because, you know, we look at their distribution and we often say, people would ask me, do you get this kind of bird here? And I would say, no, it's not part of their distribution range, but they have wings, so they can fly. And I've often said that, and we round a corner and there's the exact bird that I've said doesn't occur there. So I've learnt my lesson on more than one occasion, never to rule it out completely. I always say normally not, but it's always possible. So normally we shouldn't see any lions on this side of the reserve because they're on the western side, but it seems like Andrew's still with his.